In this video, I'll be showing you the best strategies to get fully looted by the end game. This will be showing all the best new locations, all of their secrets, and all of the mythics that you might not know about. Tons of videos out right now are showing all of the new secrets and mythics and stuff like that. And a bunch of other videos saying where you should drop. But this will be a combination of judging every single spot and giving the pros and cons of each spot, so you know for your specific setup where you guys should land. The first thing I think we should talk about is the elephant in the room, the 4 main vaults. Should you land at them, or which one should you land at? Because I think a lot of them are going to really depend on what black markets are nearby. I'll show the black market, all the weapons and stuff you can get on the screen. I think bunkers are great because no matter what mythic you get in them, you can still buy epic shotguns, epic ARs, and stuff that can really help your team in the end, getting all the loot and everything. And having all those options for using the gold to get heals and stuff just kind of guarantees you to be having a stacked game. But the ones I do recommend personally, I would stray away from the Lone Wolf and the city one, the Seaport City, because these are going to be getting you to the Moss Vault probably, and they're going to be very heavily conned just because of how much loot are already in those locations. And the Moss Vault has the new AR that really isn't that great. It's more of an SMG and doesn't have that much use for comp. And while keying it could be good, I think there's just better weapons in the loot pool, like the Twister AR and stuff, that you would rather run. So I wouldn't really recommend landing those. But Masked Meadows is pretty good because you get the sniper rifle. It's actually probably the easiest vault to get because it'll be least conned. It'll also have the a bigger space inside of the building that makes it a lot easier to get the vault. It's a lot easier to keep track of where everyone is because there's not buildings all around as well. Lastly, we have Crime City. I think a lot of people like this spot because you can get the mythic shotgun right next to there. And I do think that's a great place to land and get a bunch of kills and stuff. But if you're not the greatest fighter, I would definitely stray away from it. It's not too hard to get the vault, but in some cases, if the boss does spawn there in comp, I don't know if it always spawns there or it spawns all around the map like it does in ranked. But if the boss always spawns there in solos, it could be a good idea just to kill the boss and get out. Because the boss normally drops a coin or two. You sprint over with the movement, maybe get a bat or something like that, and you can move so unbelievably fast. And that'll get you the mythic shotgun as well, and you didn't have to open the vault. So that's also a good strategy. And I don't know, it's really up to you how good your team is. I would recommend it for like Peterbot's team, of course, because they're just that good. But it's all up to you. And I think next we do have to talk about the secret vaults. If you didn't know, there's 2 secret vaults. One at Oasis and one at the new Shiny Shafts location. These locations, I think the Shiny Shafts might have 2 or 3 mythic chests, and the one at Oasis has 1 mythic chest. I know that for sure. And that'll get you a bunch of early game loot, and the actual puzzles to get into them are so easy. I'll show them on the screen right now. They're like unbelievably easy. One, you just have to turn 3 different nozzles, which are like so fast and so easy. And the other one, all you have to do is turn the wolf's head to look straight at the room, and it instantly opens like a little opening in the bottom floor, which you get the vault. These are very good locations, and I think they still will be conned a lot more than like other locations that don't have vaults and stuff. But I still recommend it for any players, no matter the skill level, because I think if you learn those locations and you learn how to get it first, you learn how to box fight and defend it, you're going to be much better off than everyone else in the lobby. Because you also get a bunch of gold with that vault, and then you can use the gold at the black market to buy whatever heals you are, and you're basically just set at that point. You can even get to the mountain before even the crime boss team gets there. So it could be a really good useful trick that could get you so looted up, and then you can just fight the crime boss team if they haven't got it yet. So there's so many different ways you can play it, and that's really why I recommend both these vaults, and I'll be showing everything on the screen as you see. Lastly, I'm going to talk about the last few secrets and mythics you can get around the map. Should you go for them? When you should go for them? What positions you should go for them at? Well, some people know that the Twister AR you do get from the island boss with a nice medallion, which is very good for if you're getting lobbied. You just pop a shield and or pop a mini, pop a big, and then you get the shield bubble that protects you, so you can't really get lobbied as easily. It doesn't last for that long, but it's still pretty worth it if you're playing these intense end games and stuff like that. For a normal team that's playing like a ranked game, it's really not going to matter at all. The Twister is nice and everything, but I don't even think it's worth it. You can just, if you're really trying to key in ranked games, it's not worth your time. Unless other people are fighting up there, like just skip it. But things like the armored truck, if it's near you, the armored truck can drop the Mythic AUG or the suppressed pistol Mythic. It's a really gamble almost, because like I think most people don't like the Mythic pistol, but it is still pretty good. But I think a lot of people are going to be losing that for AUG for Surge, and I like the AUG more than Twister. So you're basically gambling when you kill it, but you always do get the Chug Jug. So I think it's worth it in a lot of cases if you're in a safe spot. But I would, no matter what, I wouldn't base your whole strategy off this place or risk like your whole game to try to get the Mythic AUG. It's really not one of those worth things. Well, like something like the Twister with the island could be worth it because the island has such good positioning. You could really save yourself from bad Surge up there. And finally, let's talk about the train. The train is something very interesting. I first landed on it and had no clue how to get inside. I thought you needed to find an external, like, explosive device to get in, but they're actually right under the turrets. Once you break the turrets, you get the explosive, and then you can plant the explosive on the vault. You get a bunch of mythic chests, and you get a dill chest. So I don't know if it's the most worth thing to land on it, because you're going to be pickaxing the turrets, and it's very risky. You can get beamed by anything else. But if you do land far in front of it, and then go to it afterwards, it could be a really good strategy to get that loot. I do recommend this more for ranked and stuff, because in you could base your whole thing of comp in it, and you'd have to really know exactly what you're doing, because the amount of third parties on it is like just hideous, because it takes so long to capture, and you still have to like kill mini guys and stuff like that on top of it. So it's gonna be a very interesting one to see how it comes in the future. I haven't fully tried it. Comp hasn't came out, and even in ranked, it's kind of weird to play. I don't really know if it's worth it, but you guys should try it out at least once just to see, because it could be a really good strategy if nobody goes for it. But I don't know. That's really my thoughts on the train. That's about it for the video. I appreciate you guys stopping by. It would mean so much if you liked and subscribed if you guys enjoyed. And check out some of my live streams on Twitch. I might be trying to dual stream in the future, like YouTube and Twitch. I've been doing it every night, but might do it a little bit less because I gotta focus on school a little bit more. But thank you guys. Hope you guys have an amazing night, and stay positive as always.